Okay, I think I'm live. This is a weird feeling. I'm a bit anxious, but it's fine, I'm sure. Let's see, let's just make sure everything is correct. Need to find this. Looks good. Let's see. Okay. I did not jump scare myself with my own sound. Very good. Yo, Lexi, hello. Absolutely loving the no copyright sounds background music while I don't have any videos playing, so hope that's enjoyable. Let's make sure I can see the chat correctly. I can, very good. Professional streamer over here or something. It's almost like I haven't done this in a couple of years. And let's do a tweet. Just say be there or be square or something. The classic, very funny. I think this is good. Close that, we don't care, we don't care. And I think I'm ready. I want to have my chat open on my phone so I can always see it. Yeah, I'm figuring this out. Alright, very epic. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm hyped. I'm actually super excited for this. I've had this idea for a couple of months as a celebration for obviously tomorrow. This video will turn 9 years old instead of 8. And yeah, I have this playlist of 41 videos of just my TAFs. And we're gonna take a look through them. We're gonna create this fun tier list that I've made, that I've set up. And we're gonna see how much I've improved over time, hopefully. Yeah, I noticed that. I thought about turning down latency to give it less of a delay, but then I got the classic warning of, might not run as smoothly, so I just didn't want to risk it, and I said, fuck it, there might be 30 seconds of delay, who cares? Um, I think like I'm probably gonna have like the video playing anyways, like the videos, I'm gonna watch them back, have them play, and then afterwards give my thoughts. I don't intend to pause a lot during the videos are playing, but I might still talk over them. But then I think afterwards we can just collect some thoughts. Um, I'll obviously give my opinions, do my own ranking, but I will be very interested to hear if anyone has like some groundbreaking opinions that completely changed my view on one of these videos. So yeah, let's not waste too much time because there are 41 videos. I will not be getting through all of them today. I'm pretty sure about that because even if I just talk about them for like 10 minutes each, which I hope to be less than that, but just to be on the safe side, if I talk about all 41 videos for like 10 minutes, I'll be here for almost 7 hours, and that is not happening today. So that's why I'm starting today, not tomorrow, because then I should be able to get this all done in these 2 days. Okay, so let's pause the background music, the very cool no copyright sounds music. And I think let's open my very first video that I ever uploaded on this channel 8 years ago, tomorrow 9 years ago. Edited with Viva Video, the absolutely incredible MVP mobile editor that I used for this video. And let's see just how horrendous it is and yeah, discuss it, have some thoughts, see how it goes. I obviously have like very vivid memories for a lot of these videos, so yeah, but I think I'm gonna talk about those afterwards. And dude, I'm so nervous. I'm excited. I'm hyped. This is so cool. I'm happy to do this. Let's go. Don't know why I paused the no copyright sounds music because this is just some more of that in the video. Absolutely loving the quality because my mobile editor only went to 360p. failing to do rapid fire hopping there, very cool. I thought about playing them at like a higher speed, but I think just to be fair, I'm gonna be playing all of them at normal speed and we'll see. If it takes too much time, I can just talk over them and pause and whatever, but yeah, for now we just do this. Awesome low trick, that was totally epic. Love the driving as well. You can already tell this is going high up on my list for sure, this video. No idea what I tried to do there. Oh, we're coming up to the second drop. Can you feel it? I'm sure it's gonna be super hype. Yeah, I managed to go out of bounds. That's great for my first video on this channel. Very hype. Look at this awesome driving. I love that I thought that was a cool thing. Okay, we're coming up on the end here, so let's talk about this. Let's discuss it. So first of all, I have written down some notes for all of these. Just some data, but also some general thoughts. I've obviously seen all of these videos a couple of times. Maybe too many times for some of them. But yeah, let's do this. Let's start with the first one. My first TAF, Coconut Mall. Funnily enough, not actually my first TAF. Okay, wait, let me get my background music back. There we go. More NCS, we love it. This is actually not my first TAF that I made. I made another one before this. And then a friend of mine back then, Multi Mario Karter MMK, who I also shout out in the description, basically told me it was shit. So I scrapped it, and Maple Treeway sucks, by the way. We'll come back to that later, but yeah. I picked an easier track to TAF, Coconut Mall, obviously also equally as glitchy, I would say. And I made this pile of garbage that has gotten way more recognition than it deserves. I don't think there are any highlights noteworthy of this run to really talk about again. I only knew how to do up tricks back then. Like, you will not see a single side trick in this entire run. Like here, up trick, just anywhere you go, you will only see up tricks. Driving is horrible. I have no clue how to control anything in the air. Let me mute the video if I decide to replay any of it. Yeah, it sucks. Oh, it's only the first one. Don't worry. Like, this is, I think Christmas 2014 was when I got my laptop, so I had it very fresh. It might not have been like exactly Christmas, but around that time. So my laptop was very fresh. I did not know how to do anything. I was a complete noob, complete idiot. I was also 13 years old when I uploaded this. If I am not wrong, yes, 13. Way too young. Should not have been on the internet. Gonna be honest. I think someone actually also in the comments, literally told me how to use Movie Maker. or it told me to use Movie Maker, which I then did after this. We're gonna get some very epic Movie Maker editing after this. But yeah, just to summarize it, I think it's a fun start. I have very fun memories of this time, getting into the whole scene. I was so hyped to finally start TAFing after like having an RTA channel before this. I think the run is garbage. It's horrible. It does not hold up at all. But I do like just looking back from time to time, and we'll actually get to see this again later on in the video, in the stream. But yeah, let's get to ranking this. Let's see where I'm gonna put it. Clearly, it's S tier, right? No, it is. I think this is probably gonna end up somewhere at the bottom of the list. I'm not sure it's actually gonna be my worst run, which is pretty funny. But obviously, I just can't put it higher. There's no highlights. It's not entertaining. The quality sucks. There's no thought behind it. It's just my first attempt at making something. It's fine for that, I think. Obviously, you can't compare it to modern standards, but if someone like starts now with no real game knowledge, with no real tasking knowledge, sure, they might pull off something much better than this, but I think a lot of first attempts look similar to this. I think it's fair for that. I can put it higher, but I think it's fine. So yeah, that's the first one done. Damn, we're speedrunning through this. Only 10 minutes. On to the next video. Funnily enough, this was uploaded on the 28th of December 2014. The very next video, DK Summit TAF 1, was uploaded on the very next day, December 29th, 2014. So yeah, let's get into this before I say too much about it. DK Summit, you can obviously notice the quality increase, no longer editing on my phone. This is exported and edited on my laptop. It's not incredible quality. We'll get to that at some point, but obviously an upgrade. I don't think I want to make this full screen. I think this is better because it always has the title at the bottom. Let's unmute and let's have some fun with DK Summit number 1. I don't know if this is no copyright sounds song, by the way, but yeah, it probably is. Most of the songs I used back then were. You will notice I still only know how to do up tricks. I have not found the buttons for side tricking yet. But I mean, I guess there's something here. Didn't get stuck there. That's hella wicked. Very cool, very epic. God, those up tricks were horrendous. Jesus Christ. And yeah, I just love the, I don't know what time this was, but 2012 dubstep maybe. That's my guess at least, that this song was released 2012. I finally understood how to do rapid fire hopping. I did not know that in my Coconut Mall run. But yeah, as we're getting up to the end here, I think I can already start talking. I don't think there's gonna be a lot more to see here. Although I have written down one more highlight, so to speak. That should come up here-ish. That's a funny camera angle, yeah. That's it. Very cool. Very epic. Second run, uploaded 1 day after the first one. Absolutely incredible. Let's get the music back. And let's mute this just in case I rewatch any of it. Let's talk about the run. Only up tricks, as I've said a few times. There's no structure. I think like you best sum up this run by just saying I drive up and down the mountain a few times, do some up tricks. 100% agree. It's very repetitive. It also like besides like the rapid fire hop sections, this is basically what I would have done on my other channel before this, like my RTA stuff. Like this, obviously I couldn't do back then. This I think is one of the highlights of the video. This is still funny looking. I understood how to do rapid fire hopping. Well, I don't know if I would say I understood it, but I figured out how to, at least. I managed to pull it off a few times. But I think that's about it. This run does not have a lot to speak for it. And I don't think I have to talk much more about it because, as you can tell, we'll get to this track quite a few more times. I think this is an improvement, even though it's only been 1 day later. I don't think it's a good run. I'm still gonna put this in F, but I am gonna put it above my first one. I think obviously there's improvements here. Like I didn't really fall off. I didn't like stop many times. Like the flow of the video wasn't really ruined or anything, I feel like, but it's just nothing. It's a nothing burger. It's just driving around up and down the mountain 4 times or something, doing 2 rapid fire hop things, and like that's about it. There's been like a few low tricks, sure, but it's not like they were incredible. It's not like they were really cool looking. So that's about it for this one. Just not much to say. An improvement, but nothing groundbreaking, nothing interesting. And from that we come to Rainbow Road 1. Somehow this video has 0 dislikes, which I do not understand, because I think if I were to watch this nowadays, I might dislike it. It has great music, one of my favorite songs ever, I think, if I'm not wrong. Shoutouts to Yuliyoshi, who I just, well, probably not called Yuliyoshi anymore. Shout out to Julian, who I saw like my announcement tweet for this stream, who first of all helped me immensely with inspiration and everything back then, but also I think I learned about this song from them. So yeah, just shoutouts in general. I think I owe them a lot. But yeah, let's not yap around too much. Let's watch this incredible Rainbow Road TAF, uploaded 2 days after the DK Summit TAF. I'm playing on German, by the way, because this was not like an official Mario Kart Wii copy. This was like some hack that I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, it was just incredible. This might come as a surprise to you, but I only knew how to do up tricks at this point. 3 videos and I still have not figured out the buttons to do side tricks. By the way, for your point, I think it's gonna take a while before the driving to get impressive between anything interesting. I think there's a very clear point where I started trying, so... Oh yeah, I had no idea how the wavy road worked. Uh, I'll talk about some moments afterwards, but this run, I think, it's worse than the other two. I have to be honest, I don't think this run... I don't know. I don't think this run has many redeeming qualities at all. It's not the first, it's not figuring out anything. I flew over the boost panel there. This is a decent moment, I guess, but like what is that? That's driving behind one fence and doing the moon jump a second time, which I already did at the start. Driving sucks. Almost fell off there. Still didn't figure out the wavy road. That was atrocious. Trying to do something with the zipper here, but just not managing anything. At least I knew how to do that shortcut, I guess. Banger song though, at least. I still love this song a lot. It's not on Spotify, which I absolutely hate. that turnaround was just so bad. And so unnecessary as well, because like this leads to nothing. I just wanted to do the backwards hop back onto this part, I guess. And then just that, and then I just fall off for some reason. And then I had to end the video because it was getting embarrassing. So yeah, let's talk about this run. First of all, like what is that? What is that? I think like I have a few things to say about this. I think the most obvious thing is just not understanding how the game works. I have no air control. I have no sense for what like is clean looking driving. I I try to do things and I fail them, and for some reason I'm like fine with that. I don't reload save states to try them again or figure out how to do them. Um, like I think I tried to go for a low cannon here. Like there's a way to get like low airtime out of the cannon, which by the way is not interesting at all. But I think I tried to do this in the run 2 times. Like you hit the wall before entering the cannon and it like slows you down so you don't get that much air out of the cannon. And I failed it both times I tried it. This run sucks. It has no redeeming qualities, I think. Somehow, unlike my first 2 videos, this has 0 dislikes. I think it's horrible. And this is gonna sit close to the bottom for probably the rest of the list. I don't think I have many runs that come close to being this horrible. So, I mean, on one hand, I guess that's a good thing. We've reached the low point for now. I don't think it gets much worse, so it goes only up from here. But yeah, what can I say? This is not a good run. So let's quickly skip to the next one, which is incorrect here because it should be Mushroom Gorge first, I think. We'll see in a second. Yes, it's Mushroom Gorge #1, uploaded on the January 1st, 2015. So we're in 2015 now, still only a day later since the Rainbow Road run. So we'll see how much I improved in that one day. Surely this is going to be mind-blowing. The most amazing free run you've ever seen. The most amazing Mushroom Gorge free run you've ever seen, for sure. I mean, that was something. See, we're starting off strong. Starting off strong. Not even 20 seconds into the video and we already had a highlight. I absolutely love the wheelie turning there. Yeah, I think by the amount of uploads I've done in 2014 and 2015, you can assume the quality of most of these. Love the unnecessary wall hit there. At least it's a Tristram song, so we got some more banger music here. Tristram absolutely one of my favorite artists ever. The drop sync, hell yeah. It's absolutely amazing. I tried so hard to set up for this, and sure, I got it, but I also fell off afterwards, and it just didn't look very cool. But I mean, at least I got what I went for, right? I didn't just give up on trying stuff anymore. This is a clear improvement over the first, over the Rainbow Road run, I think. Sick wall clip. Okay, we're slowly approaching the end here. Just going in circles by now. And I don't think much more interesting stuff happens here, but we'll see. I think now I just drive forwards. That was a very cool mushroom skip. I love that I had to realign afterwards because it was so horrendous. At least I figured out how to do double tricks there, so I did that twice in that run. Excuse me. You will also notice still only doing up tricks in that one day since the previous video. I have still not figured out how to do side tricks. We'll get to that at some point. So yeah, let's talk about this beauty of a run, Mushroom Gorge TAF number 1. First of all, I think there's some moments. You missed Coconut Mall, but you think this one was the best so far. Lost towards the end, for sure, for sure. And yeah, obviously didn't utilize the full potential. I don't think I ever did. I don't think we will reach peak Mushroom Gorge in any of my videos. But I agree. I agree. It's rough around the edges, but it has moments. I think this is a strong start, honestly. Like a couple seconds into the video, shroomless into like the getting stuck on the mushroom here. I think that's solid for like this time, for my skill level. I think this is a solid start to the video. I think in general the beginning is alright. The first like 30 seconds are fine. They're not great. This is like nothing special. It still looks okay-ish, I think. But I think this is where it starts to deteriorate. I can't speak. And just after this, there's just not much anymore. Like the high bounds right here, you can see just not wheeling because I didn't understand how this boost panel works up here. I think I understand it nowadays, 9 years later. But yeah, just didn't understand how it works. So I just played it safe, didn't wheelie here, and then like sure I get what I aimed for, which is an upgrade for Rainbow Road for sure. This is definitely not the worst run we've seen so far out of the first 4. But it's not groundbreaking, it's not interesting. I think this still deserves to be in F tier. Now the question is where? I think I think this might be high F as well. I think this might be the best one so far, obviously. I think you could argue for either this or DK Summit to be the current highest. But I mean, also speaking, like besides falling off once, I think the like flow of the video was alright. It wasn't bad. There weren't any like obvious mistakes, I think, besides like wheelie turning, which is slow. So I think I'm fine with putting it here for now. And we'll see what's next. Wario's Goldmine, number 1. Uploaded on the January 2nd of 2015. So, once again, daily uploads. God, I wish I could go back to those times. Just pump out just complete garbage every day. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, let's watch Wario's Gold Mine and see how this goes. Not to spoil anything, but don't expect this to be better than Mushroom Gorge. Like, what is that start? What is that start? Fun zipper tricks. I think I wanted to go for a wall clip there, but couldn't. Okay, but look at that song lining up perfectly with a drop. Yeah. 1 TAF per day is crazy. Absolutely. Oh yeah, just absolutely love falling off again. Nice double trick. Still only doing up tricks, by the way. I wonder when I'll figure out how to do side tricks. I think right there I wanted to land on the second beam as well, but just failed, and then I just gave up for some reason. I had a terrible habit of not retrying things back then, which is very cool. Like the very essence of what TAFing allows you to do, I just didn't. Really needed to go to this place. I think that was very important for me to show off that you could go out of bounds on that platform. And then, for some reason, I decided to just rapid fire hop and go out of bounds again immediately afterwards. I think with how many times I've fallen off in this video, like, this is just an average playthrough of Wario's Gold Mine from anyone who doesn't play this game. Just constantly falling off. Failed to do that shortcut shroomless, which is embarrassing. Wanted to do something cool that I've seen in like a best of TAF moments there, and just failed to do that. Very amazing low trick, especially the landing afterwards. And I think we're actually coming up to the highlight of the video, right at the end. I'm gonna get some barrel rolls here, you know, they look funky, very good, very epic. And then we have this, which is like wall clip bounce off of the fence. And that leads into a pipe bounce to the end of the run. And then right as the run ends, we get one more drop of the song, which is very cool. So glad that happened. That lined up perfectly. Good song choice. Good job, me. So yeah, let's talk about it. Wario's Gold Mine. Not the worst. I think this is obviously much better than Rainbow Road. Definitely better than Coconut Mall. I don't know if it keeps up with Mushroom Gorge. Why did the music go quiet? Oh, because the song ended. Very cool. Like, I think most of the run is just boring. Boring driving, not even good driving, just boring driving. Falling off completely unnecessarily in 4 places. The first drop lined up well at this point, right? That was very epic. But it's just a camera glitch. It's just 2 backwards jumps. It's nothing crazy. And then I guess the end, which is definitely the highlight. It's probably one of the like more entertaining clips we've seen so far from all of the videos. I don't think it raises this run to an E level. I think this is still F. But is it better than DK Summit? I think it's definitely below. Is it below Mushroom Gorge? God, this is difficult. I didn't expect this to be so difficult. It's definitely F tier. It's somewhere like you could probably swap these 3 around and be fine. I think my gut tells me to do this. Just because like most of the run was just very bad and it had one higher point, which was probably better than Mushroom Gorge, but the rest of it just was dragged it down too much. So I think I'm content with this for now. We'll see if it moves anymore. Maybe like something squeezes in between and that tells me no, it should actually be the other way around. We'll see. But yeah, now we come to Bowser's Castle 1, which is on the 4th of January 2015. Apparently this was my 3rd attempt on Bowser's Castle, and it took me at least 4 hours. I don't know if I would agree with E. You'll definitely see like a clear increase to when things should be E in a minute. But yeah, I'm fine with putting it below Mushroom Gorge. So yeah, let's watch this video that came out 2 days after 2 days after Wario's Gold Mine, and see how it holds up. Yo Mayro, how's it going? Welcome to my very epic 9-year celebration stream, part 1. Look at all those up tricks. Look at that music. God, I hate this song. I don't know why I liked this song a lot back then, but somehow I did. I don't know if you hear it again later, because I definitely reused a couple of songs. Gotta love the unnecessary or rapid fire hopping that leads to nothing. Okay, I did a cool backwards wall clip here. Somehow I managed to fall off there, just bad air control. Just, again, still not understanding how this game works. By the way, I'm like talking over the video here. If I'm like too quiet or something and you can't really hear me because of the music, I thought I checked it beforehand, but just let me know. Yeah, I mean, like, besides Mario Kart Wii, you hardly get TAFs for anything. And, like, even nowadays, the Mario Kart Wii TAFing scene is basically dead. We'll get to that. We'll get to the phase where I don't fall off as much, don't worry. We might not get to it today, because we have 40 videos to go through, so we might get to that tomorrow. Volume balancing good, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Yo, Sid Bar, how's it going? Let's go. Let's do this again. And I don't think this time I fall off. This time I actually, like, look at that, look at that. That's a highlight, right? This might be the new highlight. Wait. Oh, MKDS got its first TAS in 6 years. I read MK8 Deluxe for somehow. Yo, they were also my childhood, so glad we shared something there. But I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad I could provide some entertainment for 9 years now, which is way too long. This is the best TAS moments for sure. Again, love the song choice, which didn't match up to anything. At least I figured out how to fade out music in this video. So we're getting somewhat better on the editing department. Yeah, I also tried to do this, the purple block clip, way too many times. Let's mute the video, get back to background music. Yeah, obviously failing it once and then nailing it the second time, very funny. I am currently 22, soon to be 23 in less than a month. So yeah, it's been going for a while. Thank you for 100 views on my first video. You are so amazing. By the way, I think I still use a version of this sentence in my descriptions today, which is very funny. Damn, you're so right. I don't know why I thought cheating was a good idea. But yeah, let's talk about the run a bit. Driving sucks. Fell off unnecessarily. Had some moments where I just did the most random stuff. Like here, I just do rapid fire hops and it leads to nothing. Don't know why. And once again, this is a run dominated by the end game, I think. It was somehow my third attempt. And the funny thing is, the next video is on the exact same track. Oh, the first two, I mean, they didn't even make it to YouTube, so like, they probably need a new tier for themselves. But yeah, let's talk about the ending here. First of all, there's this moment. Yeah, I was 13 when I uploaded this video. First of all, there's this moment. And there's also, I think, this moment. No, it's later. It's this moment. We're coming up to it right here. I think this is a pretty hype clip. Like, this is actually not bad. It's not great. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's not like something incredible. But I mean, for like my, what is it, 6th video, I think that's one of the best moments so far. So yeah, let's rank this. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat, which is delayed, which is very funny, which means there's gonna be a delay of me reading chat. I don't know if I want to put this in E tier yet, because I know what's coming next. I think realistically you could argue for it to be E tier. I think it's better than many of these runs. I'm not sure where exactly to put it. I think Mushroom Gorge might still be better, because it only had that one like fail moment where I fell off as a consequence of doing something decent, I guess. And in this, it's a lot of aimless driving, just driving around backwards. Well, you'll have to be there for that tomorrow, Snick. I'm very sorry. I mean, you can try, but I do have my Discord and everything. I think there I'm like, what is it, on Do Not Disturb or whatever. At least I probably won't get notifications. So I doubt you'll be fast. I'll see them faster there. But you can try. Anyways, I think I'm putting this here for now. I think I am happy with that assessment. We'll see if it moves around once again. Yeah, but I don't want to spoil too much, but I think we are actually getting to a run that is not complete and utter trash now. So this is Bowser's Castle 2, uploaded on the 10th of January 2015, which means it was uploaded 6 days after the first Bowser's Castle TAF. Somehow this has less views than the first one. I guess people were just not happy to see yet another Bowser's Castle TAF. See, I would say, nah, it's fine, go ahead, but knowing the type of nonsense I get from you sometimes, maybe you are right. I hate to agree with you there. Anyways, Bowser's Castle 2. Yeah, whole 6-day break. Took me 6 hours to make. I said I'll try to make a Coconut Mall TAF soon. We'll see when that comes out. Yes, 6 days was literally my longest break between videos yet. Like, look at this. We're getting out of bounds movement now, like inside of a wall. How advanced is this shit? Easy S tier run so far. Let's see how well the drop lines up. Is the music choice a good one? Rapid fire hopping, but on the other side to make sure to give it some diversity. Very cool, yeah. Also, the music did not line up at all. I'm still at a point where, by the way, that's just a downgrade to the other run. But I wall clipped off of a thwomp. We'll get back to that later when we discuss the run, because I have to talk about that. But that was pretty hype. I think this is an upgrade to the previous run, but I think you could probably switch out 3/4 of both runs and no one would notice. Yeah, man, you made it to DEF CON before me, which is pretty crazy. I definitely want to go there at some point, when I have the money for it, I guess. Definitely not next year. Dude, Bowser's Castle backwards was so hype for me back then. I don't know why. Look at this rapid fire hop. Low trick. Hell yeah. It actually led to something. Can you believe it? Now we do this jump again, but this time we don't land in the wall. Some more unnecessary rapid fire hopping. Some more zipper tricks. Some more unnecessary rapid fire hopping and zipper tricks. I think we're coming up to the end soon. Did the glitch, which is neat, I guess. It was not a good one. I don't think I ever really understood how to do it. Well, I think nowadays I do, but back then I was just terrible. Cool low trick at the end. Once again, remembered how to fade out music. Very epic. So let's talk about it. As I said, I think some like you could switch out some sections of this run with the previous one. No one would notice. But I do think this is an upgrade. I agree. Repetitive, but definitely an improvement. I don't think I fell off a single time in this run. There was a lot of unnecessary driving around. And once again, just not good driving. But yeah, I think this is an upgrade for sure. There's this thwomp clip, honestly, is still pretty impressive to me, because not only is it like a clip of a moving object, which is like, you know, still decently cool nowadays, but it's a clip of it while it's going up, which is arguably even more difficult than when it's going down. I mean, like, I'm not sure if it actually is, but I feel like it is. I think it's easier to recreate a clip of a thwomp that's moving down than up. So that's pretty cool. Very epic highlight. And obviously, like, this was one of my first times I really experimented with landing inside of a wall right here, which is actually something I feel like has become somewhat my specialty nowadays. Like, I'm a lot better at it nowadays. I love doing it. So it's pretty cool to see this is like my first adventure into that territory. So yeah, let's rank it, and I think I don't have much of a choice except put this in E. I think this is a clear highlight so far. Let's go. How's it going? Love to see you here, Taylor. So yeah, as I said, I think this is a clear best run so far. Has to be E tier, no doubt about it. So now that we have an improvement of a previous run, let's get to DK Summit 2. and see if I can keep that alive, that streak. Uploaded on the 13th of January 2015. Took me apparently 4 hours to make. 3 days after the first one. Apparently this used to have a thumbnail, which I have not, which doesn't have anymore. But let's see how it pans out. Spoiler warning. I think this is the run where I figured out how to do side tricks. Nice wall clip. Yeah, the memories. Nice low trick. Nice wall clip. Nice jam trick. I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, look at those zipper tricks. That's a down trick. We've seen a down trick. Woo! Most hype moment so far. Trick variety. Hell yeah, banger song. Damn, look at that trick variety. I did all 4 tricks there. Can you believe it? And a side trick while going through the zipper. It's just unbelievable. The levels I've reached in just less than a month of TAFing. Very cool low tricks. Nice backwards hop there. Going through the zipper again. You can obviously tell I still didn't have much of a structure here. More cool zipper tricks. I didn't have much of a structure, but I think this is still a very, very clear upgrade. That's nice. Run probably should have ended after falling off right here, because I don't think there's anything interesting happening after this. I feel like this song's louder, by the way. I hope I'm not hard to hear. Song's fading out, very epic. This one's a bit shorter. It's not 3 minutes long like the other previous 2 or something. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's discuss it a bit. First of all, side tricks. Very hype moment when I finally started doing side tricks and down tricks. Yeah, I think this run is pretty entertaining. I agree. Structure needs work. It's still repetitive. Like, there's nothing groundbreaking, nothing like new compared to either other runs or my previous one, really. It's still just driving around, doing some low tricks, doing some glitching through zippers, doing some like funny zipper animations. But like, it's a lot cleaner. It feels a lot more interesting to watch. First of all, there's these zipper animations, which I find very funny. Like, what is that? Very goofy. Then we got, let's see if I can find anything else interesting to talk about. Just going back and forth here, a bit repetitive, very unnecessary. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this part. This is like my classic move right here. Like this thing, and then landing on this zipper. The amount of times I've done this exact move, both without TAS and with TAS. I don't know. I should be banned from making this exact trick. It's also not even interesting. Somehow it's just my thing. And yeah, and this would have been a very cool ending to the run, I think. falling off this way, like glitching through the side of the mountain. Looks very funny. It's nothing, like, I don't think I found this. I'm pretty sure someone else did this before me. But just sticking to the wall there and then somehow going through the wall. Very cool. Would have made for a good end. I think after this, sure, I got stuck on the zipper there for a bit of a second, which looks very funny. But, like, I don't think it's worth it to keep that in, like, to keep the last 20 seconds in just for that. Alright, but I think in terms of ranking, this is a very clear best run so far. Immediately throwing down the Bowser's Castle run from its top spot. I think this is a very obvious improvement. I think you could make a case for this to be low D tier. But for that, it's just too repetitive, I think. Just not interesting enough just yet. But I'm very happy having this as a current high point. And with that, we're getting to another sequel, which is Wario's Goldmine 2, uploaded on January 19th. Apparently, I think this is a re-upload because I used a song that, yeah, it is a re-upload because I used a song that was copyrighted. This was also a run where I had an intro, which I later cut out using the YouTube editor because, like, you couldn't even call it an intro. It was atrocious. I made it in Movie Maker. It sucks, and I never want to see it again, or I might cry. But yeah, I used Rosalina in this run, which has actually kind of become my thing nowadays. I like using Rosalina. Rosalina is based. So let's see. Wario's Goldmine 2 uploaded 6 days after DK Summit 2 and just 17 days after the first Wario's Goldmine run, which I think we put in middle F tier. So let's see if this can beat it. This is also the first time I've used hardstyle in one of my videos. It's a remix of an Ellie Goulding song, very funny. Immediately better start than the other run on Wario's Goldmine. Didn't fall off right away. Very epic. Nice low trick. Right? Like, immediate S tier just for surviving the start. That's a cool slip drift. That's very funny. That was atrocious. I don't know what I tried there. And why I let it through. I think here we get a cool camera angle, yeah, but that's a classic. I think for a lot of these old videos, you'll just see me replay the classics, I guess. You could say. Nice low trick. I don't think I did that in the first one. I think it was also a down trick, so just improving on every front, driving on some random beams. Let's see the drop. It does not line up. Terrible music choice. And the run actually ends with that, which I think is actually probably the highlight of the video, this pipe bounce. Or one of the highlights of the video, rather, but I don't know. It doesn't get much better than this. So let's talk about it. I think this is a clear improvement over Warriors Goldmine 1. I think this does deserve E tier. I don't think it's better than either of these runs. I think this is low E tier for now. Just putting it there feels fine to me. Definitely an improvement to these like 6 runs, my very first 6, but yeah, it's not an upgrade to these 2. I think it was all right, clean driving. Well, clean driving, you know, like I didn't really hit many walls, but like I don't know, dude. Just make it a bit more interesting. So I think this is in the incorrect order, because first we're going to Mushroom Gorge once again for the next sequel, uploaded January 30th. I don't know why I said it that way. So 11 days after Wario's Goldmine. Apparently my 4th attempt at getting a nice TAF. Just don't read the descriptions of my old videos. I was 13, okay. Well, actually 14 at this point. Just don't bother reading them. I will say right away, for some reason, I used a no out of bounds code on this one. I don't think it comes in important even once in this entire run. I don't know why it's there. But for fairness, I still called it out in the title. So let's see what this run has to offer. Right away, I think this is a much weaker start than the first one, which is pretty funny. This is tough, you mean? Tool assisted hacked free run, basically. For some reason, hold on, let me just pause to explain this. For some reason, the community has, well, I don't know if the community has decided on it, but I have decided to not call out infinite shrooms as a basically hack. I still like put it in the titles, but I'd still call them tool assisted free runs. But once you start using like no out of bounds codes, you start using other codes that like greatly affect gameplay, stuff that you couldn't do normally, then people call it a tool assisted hacked free run. I think that's how people did it back then. That's how I adapted it. You will not see many of them in this playlist because most of the times I only use infinite shrooms. But yeah, that's what a TAF is. You have to say it with a very strong British accent. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I agree. I think normal TAFs are probably more impressive. Heavily depends on what you do with the hacks. I think there's potential, but most of the time, stuff that doesn't use no out of bounds codes is going to be more impressive. At least to people that know the game and know when something is like out of bounds and stuff. I think that's actually, I'm going to talk about this after this run, but I think that's actually kind of a problem I've run into nowadays. But yeah, let's watch this first. That was some very cool grinding on that rail. That was a pretty cool trick. Why was I fully expecting one of you to make a joke like that? And I think the run ends about here. And this is where I fall off. This is the only time you can visibly notice the no out of bounds code, and it's for the ending where I fall off. Completely unnecessary. But yeah, let me just quickly explain this. Not just like finish my thought from earlier. I think actually nowadays I've reached a level where I just, I like optimize driving, I optimize the flow, I try to not fall off or make mistakes, hit walls, stuff like that. It's fine. Don't make it too like too extreme, but like jokes like that are fine, don't worry. Uh where was I? Right. Like nowadays I focus so much on optimization that you don't notice the mistakes. And so like if I do a custom track run, it'll be hard to know where out of bounds is. Like if you don't know the tracks, you don't know what is out of bounds, and so stuff might look less impressive to you because, well, you just see someone like jumping over the map. Sure, it looks all right, but you don't really understand like all the intricacies that go behind it. I think that's actually one of the main problems with my most recent video, my montage, um, where I do like, in my opinion, some pretty crazy stuff, but to normal people it might just be like, I drive on this mountain, cool. I drive behind a wall, okay, fine. But like you don't really understand the like everything that's needed to really be behind that wall, to get out of bounds on that track. And I think that's like one of the main problems that I have nowadays is making stuff interesting while also um you know not like having to show people, like visually show them, hey, you actually fall off in this area, and earlier I didn't, which was very impressive. You should find that very cool, if that makes sense. I don't know if my rambling makes any sense, but yeah, that's kind of a thing I've been noticing a bit more recently for me. Um, okay, let's talk about the run before I forget that and before we waste too much time. I think it's alright. Um, I think it's an upgrade to the first Mushroom Gorge, so it's definitely above F tier. Is it good? I don't know. I don't think so. Um, it has a few moments, like the backwards room cave, as Lexi said. I think is pretty cool. Like obviously, I can probably do this in 2 minutes nowadays. This is nothing like unique. This is nothing groundbreaking. People have done it before me. People have done it after me. But it's the first time I did it. I think it's cool. It's all right. There's this little bounce here that people have done before me, that people have done after me, that people have done better than me, that I have done better. But it's still an upgrade to the first run, I think. I think it's fair to put this at the bottom of E tier, to be honest. I don't know if it beats Wario's Gold Mine. It definitely doesn't beat these two in my opinion. Um, but it should sit somewhere here, I think. So now I think we come to DK Summit 3, which is interesting for me. First of all, this video has 4,000 views, highest one so far that we've seen up until this point. And I'm actually not sure if the view count gets beaten by any of the videos in this playlist later on. Uploaded in February of 2015. Yo, Illuminator. So there's been a bit of time between this one and the previous one. The Mushroom Gorge run. Just don't even read the rest of the description, doesn't matter. But let's see if this can beat what is currently my highest run in my ranking on DK Summit. Nice rapid fire hopping through the zipper. Pretty cool. Yo, nice. Nice jam trick there. That's like the first one you've basically seen me do. At least intentionally, I think. This is a pretty intense song. Let's see how well the drop lines up. Nice jam trick again. I have the feeling it does not line up well. It does indeed not. Those were just not even good low tricks. The song is just way too intense for what's going on in this run. It's pretty dumb. I don't know why, but I have to talk about that moment later. It's one of my favorite moments from this run. That was a pretty cool trick, I guess. But I gotta be honest, this run did not catch me a lot. Like, I would be fine if it was over now and like not putting it at the very top. It says Firepower, actually, is the name of the song. That was a failed rapid fire hop that somehow ended up looking pretty funny, I guess. But yeah, let's go back to talk a bit about it. First of all, I love this moment. For some reason, like the way that the two side tricks line up perfectly to just make it look like Funky is just spinning a lot more than usual is very funny. Like the double side trick there. It just looks funny to me, I don't know. I get what you mean, yeah. That's honestly a pretty good way to describe what tool assisted free runs are. Gotta be honest. Okay. But like besides a couple of cool tricks, low tricks, jam tricks, I don't know. This run is not doing it for me. It's kind of repetitive once again. Nothing groundbreaking after 3 runs on this track. I still haven't really done anything that's very interesting. Sure, structure improved a little bit, but then again, it's also a bit of a downgrade. I hit a couple of walls completely unnecessarily. The music did not line up at all. I don't know. I don't think this is my best run, which pains me to say, honestly, because I feel like it should have been at this point. I think I am actually just gonna put it there. I don't know. I think both DK Summit and Bowser's Castle 2 are better than this one. And now we come to something very exciting. We come to Yellow Loop 1, which is my very first custom track TAF. Uploaded on the 20th of February? I can't think, I can't talk right now. Apparently I'm gonna upload a Maple Tree backwards TAF soon, which I don't think I ever did. But yeah, we're at Yellow Loop now. Let's see if there's gonna be less wall smacks here. This is a very flat track. I don't know why I mean, I guess I know why I decided to do this, because wall clips and funny ramp. Um, let's see how interesting it can be. And by the way, not to spoil anything, but there's going to be another yellow loop TAF coming up in 2 runs. So let's see. Let's dive into it. Banger song that has been way too overused, by the way. Starting off strong with a wall clip, but into a wall. And then we got some funny jumping off the top of the sign. Very epic. Bit slow lining up for that wall clip, but that's cool, I guess. Going through the fence there, sure, very epic. I think that was totally worth to slow down for that. Nice bounce after doing the backwards bounce. That's pretty cool. Would have been cooler if I jumped over the wall there, like in one motion. Just gonna like commentate this live, what I think about it. That turn was atrocious. I had to hit the wall to not like majorly have to slow down. Unnecessarily fell off here. I don't know why I thought that was a good way to do that clip. Going through the wall one more time. And then we got some more ramp shenanigans. And now I go through this wall, which was extremely worth. Ooh, damn, we got some editing here. Why am I doing this? What is this? I don't even remember this. Oh, that's a cool ending, I guess. Ending it in style by falling off the track after the wall clipped through the pillar. That's pretty neat. Okay, I respect it, I respect it. Is it good though? Spoiler, no. I don't think this is a good run at all. I think this is not a bad track selection. I think it's, I mean, not generally. I think it's a bad track selection because I didn't do anything with it. There is something more on this track, which we'll get to later. In the other run, spoilers. But this track has been TAFed before. It's just wall clips. It's just some ramp shenanigans. It's nothing groundbreaking. Definitely take that as foreshadowing. But yeah, it's not good. It's short. I fell off once. The driving was bad. It was definitely not even like this track does not have a lot of potential, and yet I still didn't reach the full potential of this track, which is pretty sad. So I think this has to go in F tier. I don't think it's worse than Rainbow Road. I will say that. I think it's more interesting than that. I think it's better than my first run ever. I don't know if it's much better than that. I gotta be honest. I think I'm just it's here. I think that's the highest I can put it. Like I don't even have any highlights to go back to really besides falling off the track at the very end in style. Like that's the only thing that I really remember from this run besides random wall clips. So yeah, I think I don't have anything else to talk about besides just moving on to another Mushroom Gorge run. And let's see if this one can maybe outplace the second and maybe outplace some others. Uploaded on the 20th of March, a full month between this video and the previous one. Right, this was around the time where I had some other projects going, where I actually had to put some time in. So that's probably part of the reason for the delay. I don't think I put much more time into this one. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much beforehand. Let's get into it. Spoiler warning. The song was supposed to sync up with a moment later on in the video. Somehow it got desynced and it just looks completely out of place now. Yeah, let's see it. Whoops, I accidentally just deleted one of my notes. There we go. Oh yeah, is it the first one with a skin? I think it is. Absolutely iconic. Wasn't even the first TAFer to use it, but definitely iconic. Can't believe I didn't even acknowledge that. So bit of a long setup for this, but I think this is a lot cleaner of a clip here. I like this backwards jump into like a wheelie trigger, low trick on the mushroom. I think that's a pretty cool clip despite the long setup there. Wheelie turning, just ignore that please. Terrible driving. Don't know what that was. Whatever I tried there, I don't think it worked. But at least we got some fun momentum stuff there. I guess that was supposed to look cool. It didn't really for me, but who knows. Oh, are we gonna go over the fence on the other side? Let's go. That's pretty cool. I haven't done that before. Here I definitely wanted to do something cool, but instead I just end up doing a trick on the thing backwards. That was a bit of a letdown. Doing basically the same thing I already said before, and back then I already said it wasn't that interesting, so... Okay, where are we going here? Oh, I think I know what's coming up. An upgrade to the highlight of the second Mushroom Gorge run. The same setup, but this time I go under the mushroom and survive. Pretty hype. I wasn't the first one to do that, but I did it, so... And then we got some bonus clips. I think somehow the editing got messed up on that screen there, because the drop was not to be here. It was supposed to be on that jam trick, which was my personal highlight of this video. And then we got some under the bridge stuff. I paused it too late, so... Alright, that's Mushroom Gorge 3. Yeah, I think this is an upgrade to 2, for sure. I love, first of all, that I did this. Obviously, I still did it better afterwards at some point. But I think it's good, especially for that time. I'm pretty happy with that. I love the jam trick on the mushroom. It's so goofy. Like I don't think I can recreate this clip, even if I tried, like nowadays. Or at least not, I don't know, I might be able to do it, but it's pretty difficult. Driving was bad. There was some like wheelie turning, not good. Flow was ruined a few times, by like unnecessary like turning around, setting up for stuff that I then didn't even really commit to. I think you could argue for this to be D tier, or at least the highest one for now. But I think actually that DK Summit 2 is still the best run up until this point. So, sadly, it is an improvement over Mushroom Gorge 2. I don't think it's my best run up until this point. It could have been, it should have been, but there were some things that held it back from being the best one, in my opinion. But now we get to Yellow Loop 2. And you might think, why is this track worth to do again? Somehow in May of 2015, I thought, why not? Let's do it again, and let's see if it's worth it, if it pays off. Banger song, by the way. Faint. Always love me some Faint. Absolute legend. This time with a skin. You know, you love to see it. I think that was pretty cool. I think I got like a mid-air clip that saved me there. Then I think this is completely unnecessary. Yep, it is. Remembered that correctly. And then for some reason I thought falling off here was a good idea, so not off to the strongest start. But we got some backwards moments. That's pretty fun. Also that trick, pretty cool. And I think here I tried to do what you will see me do later, but I failed. So it just looks similar to the first one. It just looks repetitive. Landing on the wall there, some decent precision, I guess. You can definitely notice I'm getting better at like controlling Funky in the air by now. Again, falling off, pretty unnecessary. But let's see, maybe there's something more on this track to be done than just wall clips. I think that was pretty smooth. Those like 2 wall clips back to back was pretty well set up. That looked funny. And here is the highlight of the run. Managing to go inside of the wall. And not just that, but also on the other side of the pillar. I think that was one of my first like major, in major quotations, discoveries on like any track. You know, like for what you can do on this track, I think that's a pretty big discovery, that you can go inside of the walls. It's not big. It's not like the most amazing thing you've ever seen. But I think it's not bad. Falling off twice, very unnecessary. But I think this run had some pretty cool moments. And so I actually think I already want to straight away put this in D tier. I think this is my best run up until this point. It's a bit repetitive. The track definitely doesn't help. Could have been a better track. Could have probably still been more on the track. But I think this is my best one so far. And I don't know if I have much more to say than that. There were some cool ramp moments to diversify it from just being wall clips, you know. It's a bit longer than the first one, which I think is also fine, even though it is just like a flat track, basically. But yeah, got not much more to say than that. I'm pretty happy with it. I still think it's somewhat entertaining, almost 8 years later. I would watch it again, probably, at least for the highlights. So, let's get to, I think it's fair to call this a big one, Coconut Mall 2, which is the sequel to my first ever TAF, at least on the same track. Uploaded on the 9th of May. Look at this, my description. It's actually getting some like layouting stuff. I'm starting to put work into presenting my videos, I guess. So let's see what this run has to offer. There's a ghost, which is a bit unfortunate, but it proves that this wasn't the first attempt of a run. Don't think I've ever actually seen anyone else go inside of this wall right here, which is pretty funny to me. Somehow that was drop worthy, but you know, it's fine, whatever. At least the song almost matches up. This was made after Blaze's TAF, obviously, as you could probably tell. That was pretty cool ramp stuff, a nice low trick in the end as well. The driving looks a lot cleaner, I have to say. Less wheelie turning, like only slide amounts, some decent low tricks. Stuff doesn't look really without purpose. That was a funny wall clip. Don't know how it happened, gotta be honest. Trying to diversify the ways that you enter the out of bounds area, you know, make it a bit more different. God, that was bad. I'm like slowly just inching forward here, and then I just see, oh, you can just go to the right. Not just the track is silly, the whole game is silly. Some more ramp madness, you love to see it. This is actually a pretty good one. I struggle to do ramp madness that good nowadays. Okay, coming up to the end here. That was a tight line, very cool. And that's it. I didn't even fade out the music, disappointing. Okay, let's talk about it. Is it an upgrade to my first ever run? Yes, definitely. Is it a good run? No, not really. Not even for its time. I agree. There were a few moments where I don't know, I failed. Didn't even do what I wanted to do. It was definitely heavily inspired by Blaze's TAF, for sure. I think this is like the time where I heavily was inspired by other runs, and I wanted to do what they did, but a bit differently, better maybe. Definitely failed at that, but I think you can tell in this run and a couple of the next ones too, where I just like took ideas from other people and tried to do my own spin on them. Yeah, I agree. The first half was probably a lot better than the second one. I think it had its moments. I don't think it's my best one so far. I think it does not beat Yellow Loop. I think you could argue for either this position or like one of these positions. I don't know if I want to put it in D. Honestly, I think it could be here, but I honestly might put it somewhere here. I think it's better than DK Summit too. I think this is a fair point to put it. Like the driving improved quite a lot. It looks like I'm driving with a bit more purpose now. Like I actually understand what's going on. And I think that's reason enough to put it above DK Summit. Okay, next up. Somehow, a BC3 run. I guess I had a thing for flat tracks that you can only wall clip on back then. August 23rd, 2015. So this was like 3 months between this and Coconut Mall. So by far my longest break. We get some cool dubstep, I think, if I'm not wrong. So let's see it. Let's see some more wall clips because you can't really do much else on this track. At least there's a lot of them. That was pretty nice. Skipping that one like zigzag with a wall clip. And we got a thwomp wall clip here. Unfortunately it leads into falling off, so unnecessary death screen for 4 seconds. Wow, the song lined up so well. Just incredible. What is going on here? I guess that was not the worst thing. I don't know why I thought wall clipping at this angle was a good idea when you could have just done it on the other wall and gotten back onto the track instead of falling off. Another wall clip of the thwomp moving up, and again, so that's pretty cool. 2 in a row. Again, those are, I think, more difficult than when they come down. Unfortunately, a lot of empty driving. Some more ramp stuff, I guess. Not very good ramp stuff, unfortunately. Just a bit repetitive. Waiting very long for that thwomp to come down. That was a clean one. Out of driving shroominess, I think. That was a very embarrassing moment. We won't talk about that. I might talk about it after the run's over, but yeah. Love the frame rate here. And that's about it. Okay, so let's talk about the moment that I didn't want to talk about. So you can notice me slow down before this moment. Like before the last ramp, you notice me slow down. And I do like the high jump. I try to slow down here. And then I still go off the ramp with a high trick. I think what happened here is I wanted to go for the shortcut. And I just could not do it. But the best save state I had over already went on this platform. So I just had to continue driving normally. And it looks horrendous. I don't know if you can even notice it if you like don't know it happened. But it's so stuck in my mind. I will always be able to tell when I see these. But yeah, I think it's very repetitive. I think the driving is okay. Had some decent wall clips. I think my wall clipping improved a lot on this track. Especially like this and Yellow Loop improved my abilities to wall clip a lot. But like, It's not that great. It's not that interesting. The track doesn't help it, of course. Um, I don't think it's definitely not D tier. I also don't think it's F tier. So it's probably in here somewhere. Mm, this is difficult. Is it better than Bowser's Castle 2? I think so, yes, probably. Is it better than Mushroom Gorge 3? It might not be. I think I'm putting it here, honestly. Alright, let's see how many we have left. Well, we're at 16 out of 41. Alright, time to keep going, I guess. So that I can actually finish this tomorrow. Now we're at DK Summit once again. Fourth one. It hasn't even been a year and I've made 4 runs on this track. Don't let what I say in the description spoil you. We will see how this one plays out. If it beats the other DK Summit ones. And if it can maybe be a new best. It's pretty short. I actually used to call this a mini free run, but it wasn't even shorter than some of my other runs, so I just took it out of the title. Don't know what that was. I think I wanted to do something cool with the wall momentum, but failed. So not the strongest starts, unfortunately. Fun zipper tricks, those are a classic, you know, seen those 1,000 times. I can't wait for... Yeah, thank you. Okay, got something new here, a barrel roll spot. I also accidentally pressed a button there, very cool. Some backwards hops, haven't done those before on this track. This is the first time you see me do the backwards double. It's not groundbreaking. You've seen other people do this stuff, like thousands of times, but it's the first time for me. Those were some pretty clean tricks, like double tricks, low tricks. That was not the best, I have to admit. That's a pretty cool zipper trick. And I think we're coming up to one of the highlights. Well, the highlight. Nice double trick there, that was pretty cool. Wall clip into jam trick, into trick on the side of the mount, which I think is very cool. I still love that moment to this day. Yeah, I accidentally pressed like the A button, so it brought up the like menu, and I was too lazy to re-record it, I guess. Yeah, pretty short run. But I think for one of the first few times, the second half of the run is better than the first one. So I think this is probably one of the coolest moments in all of my runs so far. Clickbait titles, great idea. When a robot decides to play Mario Kart or something, I don't know. Great idea. I should really do that. Yeah, I think like in terms of how the video flows, this is probably one of my best ones so far. Low tricks were a lot cleaner. Tricks in general just looked better. I did some stuff that I hadn't done on any of the other 3 DK Summit TAFs up until this point. So very clearly it goes above this. I think it's D tier. I do think it's better than Yellow Loop 2. I think part of that comes from this track being more interesting. But yeah, I think actually, like, I would watch it again. I think this is good. Like, all of these runs, I'm fine not seeing ever again. And I think everything up from D tier and up, I'm happy to rewatch if I like need motivation, if I need inspiration, or if I'm just bored. I think they're good entertainment. It's not. I don't think it deserves C tier quite yet, but I think it's up there. Okay, now we get to an interesting section. These are all in the wrong order, which is fine. We actually start with Maple Treeway 300cc, and I honestly might keep the background music because this is the point where I started using Nightcore music, and it's terrible. So if there's no objections, you can obviously watch this video by yourself if you want to, but if there's no objections, I'm just gonna watch it like this. So this is a, oh, I should talk about some of the details. This is a 300cc, I don't know why I said CCM here, 300cc TAF, my first one, and also basically my only one. Description is work in progress, guys, don't worry, it'll come someday. It also uses no out of bounds, which I don't even remember if I did anything with it. 100% agree with you, they should be illegal. This is not an amazing run. Yeah, I decided to use Diddy Kong on this run for whatever reason. I don't think there is a reason. Just felt bored of Funky Kong, so I wanted Diddy Kong. But yeah, you can see the speed increase. Just flying over the track. You'd think this track is easy to make a TAF on because it's very stupid. It's so silly. Look at all this mind-blowing stuff that I'm doing. Wow, no one has ever done that before. A lot of people have done this before. I don't know why this video has 5,000 views. I gotta be honest. Somehow all the bad videos are the ones that take off. Let's see the wall clip. Nice. Somehow got caught midair, but I saved it. And we're just back in this area again. Okay, but at least we're exiting differently. I don't know what that was. Like, why? Haven't really made use of the speed that much so far as well. Let's see if that's gonna change. Yo, Charlie. That was pretty neat, I guess. You know, for 2015 standards, that was okay, I guess. Okay, here I just wanted to do a wall clip, which is very anticlimactic, I guess. And then turn skip, which also was very poorly executed. But at least that low trick was sick. You have to admit that was sick. And I think we're coming up to one of the highlights of the runs, which is some backwards momentum shenanigans right here. Like, that's pretty goofy. That's funny. I like that. I don't know if like the most basic EDM no copyright sound music is better than Nightcore, but whatever, we're sticking to it right now. I think we're getting 2 bonus clips maybe. They are not good, I will tell you that much. But we're getting them either way. Just zooming off the track here, that's pretty funny. And then we got this one, which is just a big jump. And that's it. And I don't like this run. It has one very cool moment, which is this backwards momentum thing. F tier now. Hold on. This puts it at least in E tier, right? Right? Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think it's my worst, but it's not a good run. I would not mind if this run disappeared from YouTube. Are we fine if I put it at the top of F tier though? Just for that one cool moment. Well, I'm glad at least one person agrees. But this is my list, so I will keep it there. Okay, next up we have a pretty funny one. Let me quickly explain what's going on here. In 2015, I decided to make an advent calendar. By the way, it's Nightcore again, so we're just sticking to the background music. Don't worry about it. And this was actually a pretty cool idea I think I had. Which was like basically every day for the first 10 days, I would upload a video where I would like give people some clips, some ideas, and then I would like put a straw poll into the description and let people vote on what would happen, what they wanted to see. I don't think I executed it very well, but basically this is a run performed by me with decisions made by other people. It also uses no out of bounds. It's a tool-assisted hack-free run. So unfortunately, it's yeah, it I don't know, loses some of its points, I guess. But let's see how it goes. We start off with a wheelie moon jump, a pretty cool double trick. I like it. Nice slip. And we're actually getting some low tricks on the wavy section this time. That's pretty good. Ending it with a jammed animation. The zipper section still isn't my strong suit. Nice jam trick. That was pretty funny. Yeah, no worries. Love to have you back, but no obligation to be here, of course. I don't know how I didn't go through the fence on the other side there. That's pretty sad. Gotta be honest. pretty much ruined the flow with that one. This is a pretty cool moment, I think. No, not this one yet. That was pretty cool. A bit slow, but this is it, right? That's a pretty huge jump into a backwards jump back to the starting area. I think that's pretty cool. I think that moment justifies having no out of bounds on this run. It's not a good run at all. I'm just already going to start talking about it. I think there could have been more. The ending of the run is probably stronger than the first part, or at least the middle part. The middle was very much a letdown. Cool end, I think. Whoops. I love the clip through the zipper. Yeah. I mean this run has some moments. But I don't think it's a very good run. I still like the concept of it. I think it was a very fun project. Like for an advent calendar to like give people options and they could vote for what they wanted to see in the run. Yes, it obviously is better than the current worst run on the list. I don't think it's my best one, that's for sure. I don't want to vote it too high because of just the concept, because I don't think it deserves to be that high. Just for its concept alone. I think it lacks in some other things. Is it D tier? I don't know. I'm content putting it in high E tier, honestly. I think it was entertaining, but I don't think it was good. So I think I'm fine with putting it here. I think you could make a case for D tier, but I'm very fine putting it here. But now you might wonder if this run was finished on day 11 of December. And what happened to the other half of the Advent calendar? Why was it only 11 days long? Well, I decided for the rest of December, for every 2 days, I would upload one more run on my 5 favorite tracks to TAF. I will say right now, I don't know why this list exists. I don't think it is accurate at all, because you will see that I think my number 1 should have probably been a different track. But anyways, maybe, since they're my favorite tracks to TAF, the runs will be good or something. I don't remember the music on this one. I don't know if it's Nightcore. It's not Nightcore, so we can listen to it. So let's see. Day 11, the day 14 of my Advent calendar of 2015. My BCW TAF on apparently my 5th favorite track to TAF. Very nice failed wall clip there. I thought the start was strong, and then I also fell off very strong. Okay, that was a decent glitch at least. Nice low trick. I think you can see that my driving has improved a lot. Like, I'm understanding how to take lines, how to lower airtime. Somehow I managed to do 2 jam tricks on the same ramp. I don't know if I could even recreate that nowadays, which is pretty funny. And now we're going backwards again, because that's just my favorite thing to do on this track. But we're taking the scenic route. Yeah, I used it before CTT, can you believe it? I think at least. But I also don't think I was the first person to use this song in a TAF, so... That was pretty clean to get up on this wall, nice. Love to see it. Am I gonna be inside of this wall? Yes, very nice. Some rapid fire hopping, which is completely unnecessary because I don't think it leads to anything. Nice, and those were some cool low tricks. Nice double trick and, well, low trick actually at the end as well. That was pretty nice. Failed wall clip, you love to see it. That's the second one of this run already. I think it actually ends very abruptly soon. I thought, never mind, maybe. Let's see what I'm cooking for the second drop. Looks like a whole lot of nothing. Hope you enjoyed your meal of nothing. Oh, nice, okay, that was decent. Cool random rapid fire hopping that led to absolutely nothing once again. Okay, nice wall clip. Bit of a long setup for it though. very abrupt ending. Didn't even have time to pause it because I didn't know it was coming up. Okay. Well, let's talk about this a bit. I mean, I think it's clean. My driving has improved a lot. It actually feels like I'm starting to understand the game. I'm starting to understand tricking. But there's also just not really anything noteworthy. Like this is pretty cool, the wall clip, wall clip into jam trick here. Sure, that's pretty fun. Let's see. I mean, yeah, this one, sure. I like the trick on the ramp to give Funky like a cool animation. But that's it. It's not groundbreaking. I don't know. It's not the most amazing Bowser's Castle run you'll ever see. What the hell happened here? Okay, very cool. What was that? I don't know if anyone saw, if that showed up on stream as well, but that was very fun. Oh, thank you. I will watch CX Manny then, because I really need to improve my understanding of the game's physics. I think this is sadly not D tier again. I think this belongs just below the previous video. Right, like this one had higher highs. It was more entertaining overall, I think. It was a bit shorter. This one had more unnecessary driving, falling off. Falling off? No, I don't know, but like unnecessary stuff basically. Failed setups, failed wall clips. So I think it's fair to put it here. I also think I'm gonna get through my advent calendar videos and I'm probably gonna be done for today. I can feel my throat is starting to get sore because I'm talking too much. I might also be a bit sick. I might even have COVID, which is very fun. But, I mean, my test today was negative, but I don't know. Starting to suspect it. So let's quickly move on to the next one, which is a song that once again uses Nightcore. So we're not gonna listen to it. But this one is, once again, Advent Calendar, top 5 favorite tracks to TAF, Maple Treeway. Somehow made it on this list, even though I have not made a run on this track besides the 300cc one. A COVID. Yes, that's a very good idea. Let's see if my first normal tool-assisted free run on Maple Treeway can deliver. I mean, that was cool, I guess, but falling off was a bit unnecessary. Like, what is going on here? Why am I sucking so much at trying to do something? That was pretty clean, I guess. Nice wall clip. Okay, we're just doing the same thing. I mean, advent calendars usually are 24 days now. At least in Germany they are. You start on the 1st of December and open the last door on the 24th. Oh wow. I love that my background music just lined up perfectly with that wall clip. Very epic. Okay, love the wheelie turning. That was pretty neat, but it's also just something 1,000 people have done before me. Decent low trick. Yeah, I love that everything is like so connected. Definitely the best part of this track. I don't know what I'm trying here, but it's not doing it for me, gotta be honest. Nice backwards trick. Also didn't find that. Okay, now we're just out of bounds, sure. What do I do with it? Okay, I mean, ending it in a rapid fire hopping is alright, I guess, but that was not that interesting. Absolutely horrible driving around the wigglers. Love doing that wall low trick, still to this day. Very satisfying every time. And I think I tried to set up for some ramp stuff there, but I failed. I have no idea what this is, but go off, I guess. That was pretty cool. The wall clip into backwards bounce to the side. But somehow that was basically the highlight of the video, I think. Which says a lot about this run. That was pretty clean. And once again doing this low trick. And just driving to the finish basically. Nice double trick and that's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is not a very good run, I think. I don't think this deserves D tier as well. That was first, I mean, it's probably the best track to TAF, but it's also horrific to play on. So it's, that's why it's not my favorite. Even nowadays, I wouldn't put it on #1 or any higher. I think back then it shouldn't even have been 4. At most it should have been 5, maybe not even on the list, but I don't know why I thought doing it would be cool. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely lower than Bowser's Castle. Is it lower than these? Honestly, I think I'm gonna put it here. I don't think it beats any of these runs. I think all of those were better. Like, it was just nothing. Just nothing. Not interesting in the slightest. Anyways, coming up for the next one is DK Summit as my 3rd favorite track to TAF. Somehow this is my 5th run on DK Summit and it's not #1 on this list. I think it really should have been back then. Let's see what the music is. We've already heard this music, so let's just ignore it. And let's see what this run can deliver. Already not a very good start. Gotta be honest. Okay, that was nice. That was pretty solid. Don't know what we're doing here. Okay, that was a pretty interesting way to go about that, I guess. Not very clean. Decent low tricks. Not that great though. That was pretty funny. I like that. That's also pretty cool. I think here I actually tried something new. I haven't seen other people really do this one. It wasn't that incredible, but we'll take it. I tried something. Getting a bit repetitive at this point, but it's fine for now. Not a crazy good way to go about that section, but it's alright. Nice backwards hop. Would have been even better with a trick. Some zipper fun, which was not all that great. Am I actually going to go past this time? Yes, indeed. Nice backwards trick, that's pretty cool. Yo, Kai. How's it going? And we're just going past it again. With a backwards jump like that. That's cool, I guess. Nice low trick. Nice backwards momentum, but really not that great. Unnecessary setup for an unnecessary wall clip, very cool. Got some more zipper shenanigans, trying this again, which didn't work out the first time, so I don't know why I tried it again. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I think the start was alright. I think it had its moments. But it was not good. It didn't beat number 4 for sure. I think it's... I want to put it here. But I also want to put it lower because it's the 5th DK Summit run. And it just was not interesting enough for it to be the 5th DK Summit run within a year. So I think I'm actually going to put it here because I think this was cooler. The concept of it was cooler. Okay. And now, 2 days later, technically 3 because I missed a day, we got Coconut Mall. With a dubstep song that I think is copyrighted and a nightcore song. So we're once again just sticking to background music. Let's see what Coconut Malt can deliver. First run I ever did was on this track, so let's see if this is an upgrade. Probably. Yeah, let's see if we agree. I think it would have been bad if I didn't say that back at the time, since, you know, I obviously wanted to improve with every run. That's a pretty cool low trick after the double trick on the ramp. Nice low trick there. Kind of ruined a bit of the flow, but it's alright, I think. I love that the me heads are missing. Very goofy wall clip with terrible frame rate. You love to see it. I don't know what that was. That was extremely bad. This is a bit slow, but you know, it's okay, I guess. Here we got a pretty cool moment, I think. Some fun rapid fire hopping that makes the momentum look very silly. And then to end it off, it actually leads to a very low trick that comes out of nowhere. I like that. Nice low tricks. Going back out of bounds. This run is 5 minutes long, by the way. And I don't know if it has any business being that long, but here we are. So we're just back to this area. We've been here before, but this time we're also going behind this wall, which is very cool, I guess. Exiting with a decent wall clip. And then we have this, I think, where I go out of bounds here. This was known before, but I managed to land all the way back here, which I don't think other people have done before. At least not at this point. Bit of slow driving here, which is bad. At least I ended off with a low trick, but the setup was way too long. Yeah, it's getting a bit repetitive now. Like we've been here before. This is also not the first time people have been here, so I don't know why we're doing this again, but sure, I'm down. Very slow setup. I think this is a pretty decent moment. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think that's about it. We're just driving to the finish line. Indeed we are. 5 minutes, pretty long run. A bit repetitive, but I think it's fine. I think this run is pretty underrated in my history of runs, I feel like. I don't know. I think it has its moments. I don't think it's groundbreaking, but I do think this deserves to be here at the bottom of D tier. I think I'm pretty happy with that. It's a bit slow. And I said I like anything of D tier and up I would watch again. I don't know if I really want to watch this very often, but I don't know. I think I'm still leaving it here. All right. Next up, on the 24th of December of 2015, over 8 years ago by now. We haven't even done a full year of videos, and we're already halfway through all of them because I've just been spamming them in the first year. But yeah, this is Mushroom Gorge, my favorite track to TAF apparently. Let's go. Let's see what I can do on my favorite track of TAFing. Once again, miss input, just pressed A again for no reason. Pretty solid start. Bit of a slow setup for this wall clip. Fail. Much faster setup for that wall clip compared to Mushroom Gorge 3. Pretty funny backwards bounce there. Fail. Much cleaner driving, no wheelie turning this time. Love the frame rate, just completely dying there. Interesting jammed animation there. That was pretty cool. This double bounce. Oh yeah, this is where I like do some momentum shenanigans, I think, afterwards. If I remember correctly. Yeah, that's a lot of momentum to keep out of that. We're once again going here. I don't know why we are doing the same thing over again. Bit repetitive, gotta be honest. But at least this time it's a bit faster. But it's literally the same thing. Very cool. Nice double trick. Very unnecessary turning around in the cave. But I guess it's not really something I have done before. That was not clean, but sure. That was cool. Rapid fire hopping on the mushroom. By the way, this song brings back some memories. It's pretty crazy. Oh, nice. Never mind, it wasn't that nice. I love that moment when the music just jump scares you. Okay, whatever happened there. When the music just jump scares you at the moment where I finally like go past the fence. Gotta love the Boomy intro music. Shoutouts to Boomy. So dumb. I don't know, very dumb ending to the run, I feel like. But like, I don't know. I think this is a good run. I like it. Would watch it again. Out of all of the advent calendar runs, I think this is for sure the best one. Let's go back to the highlight of the run. Which was somewhere right here, if I remember correctly. Come on, where's the highlight of the run? We have to see it. There it is. There's the highlight. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the best advent calendar video. So it's definitely D tier. Is it better than Yellow Loop? That's a tough one. Yellow Loop had the big discovery. but I think it's still more interesting overall than Yellow Loop. I don't think it beats DK Summit 4. That still remains to be my best video so far. So at this point, you may be asking, are we actually gonna get any videos that are higher than D tier? Well, I think for that you're gonna have to watch tomorrow as well, because my throat is gonna murder me if I watch one more video and talk about it. But yeah, we have watched 24 videos so far. There are, if I could do math, I wouldn't have to look this up, 17 more videos to watch. We'll see. We'll see if two-player TAF is S tier. You can see after all of these videos without a thumbnail, where I just took the thumbnail screenshot and put some text over it to clarify which one is which, you'll see I actually start using thumbnails soon. And with soon, I mean like, what is this, like half a year after the ones without thumbnail, so there's a pretty big gap there. And you can also obviously see the style change a bit over the years. Well, not change, but like you can see me improve the style, I think. But yeah, for the good videos, we're going to do them tomorrow on the actual 9-year anniversary of my very first run, very first video that I ever uploaded. On December 28th, 2014. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't have a time yet where I know I'm gonna stream. It's probably gonna be like a similar time, maybe a little bit more early. Just to be sure that I can actually finish it before going to bed. But yeah, I think this is starting very fun. Very happy I decided to do this. I really enjoy this idea. Just going back, watching them all and talking about them, seeing how I improved. I think you can obviously see a very clear curve already. And we haven't even finished an entire year. Well, we just barely finished an entire year of videos. Yeah, I don't want to talk for too long now, drag this out for too long. Just make it short and painless. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the fun. Thanks for the interactions in chat. It was very nice to hear your opinions as well. And hopefully you'll be there tomorrow as well when we see what's my personal favorite TAF of mine from 9 years of making videos.